Good afternoon, how's everyone doing? Quick daily update. Today I want to start with PLTR, who just released earnings yesterday. So PLTR, they released earnings yesterday. They were worse than expected, but they had good numbers. But we dropped on earnings, broke underneath the 50-day EMA, and closed above the 50-day EMA, and closed below it again. Also broke the low of yesterday and closed below closed below the low of the yesterday. That said, yesterday I made an announcement on Twitter shorting this on the basis of one, the earnings miss, two, IPO or restricted shares are looking to hit the market in the next couple of days. It could be millions of shares coming on the market. So, based on this chart, looking at this now, combined with those shares about to hit the market, and if there's no bid support to absorb those shares, I'm looking for PLTR to retest this 100-day over the next coming days, especially because it closed below the 50-day twice now, back-to-back days, and it broke the yesterday's low and closed below it. We got some bearish momentum down here. Not oversold yet. You might look for a dead cat bounce this morning, which is what we got. If you look at this morning, actually, let's look at the way it acted yesterday. We'll do the 5-minute. There we go. So yesterday they released earnings, dropped down, bled all day, had a dead cat bounce today. Looked like it was testing the 15-day 50. Got failed, denied, and just bled all day. On my Twitter feed, I said if it breaks this level, it's definitely going to get ugly in the coming days, because that was the last level of support that was formed yesterday. I was looking at the bid and the ask today, and the ask was getting really stacked. So you can't see it now, but if you check my Twitter post, you can see some of those screenshots. I'm playing this. I sold a credit spread for 25.27 next week, expiring. I'll probably take it off this week or early next. I also bought a 25 put, which I sold today for a quick, 100% gain, but only a couple $100 profit. Just a quick in and out type trade on this move down. But I have a longer term one for next week. Walmart, I got out of this one this morning because I had earnings today. I got out about right here, fell back down. It was good at that time, but then it shot back up into earnings because they released earnings after the bell today. I am out of this one officially, but on the grand scheme of things, it looked pretty good on the chart. Had this big drop, recovered nicely, earnings today. I got in around here before this massive sell-off in the market, so I thought it was proper to get out while I can on this volume, given the market and the volatility lately. So I took my profits on there, so I am out of Walmart. FSLR, I think I talked about it in my other video. This one has just been a heartbreaker for me. Got back in before the market sell-off that one day to the 50, consolidated, and then just didn't go anywhere. Had some options expired, and I am going to be out of this one as of Friday. Neo, I've been in this one for a little bit with the March vertical. I got back in around the 21 EMA, popped up nicely. Should have taken profits, but it looked like at the time we had a nice squeeze going into here. It looked like it might fire long. It didn't. Pulled back to 34 EMA, which has been support for the last month or so. So every time it comes around at 34, it kind of gets buyers coming in. Even today, dipped down below, but hey, we got a hammer candle and close above the 34, which is nice. Still got the squeeze, still got earnings coming up. I still like this, and maybe it's a little small reset. Hopefully, we can consolidate or move higher into earnings. I actually added calls yesterday on this. I wish I waited a day, but that is the market for you. MRVL. or MRVL. Took a position on this today. I made a comment a couple days ago that I wanted to get into this and I may have missed it. Well, the market gave me another opportunity to get back in it before earnings. I bought in today. I bought some shares at I think it was 50.53, right along the 34 EMA. My downside, I think, if the 50 could hold is, $1 or so, or my upside, we could retest these highs of 55. We got a squeeze here. Yes, the momentum is bearish, but I do like that it's support at the 34 here. Maybe we get an inside day tomorrow and then make our way back up depending how the market reacts. Today, it bled from the morning, had a little recovery and just kind of chopped around for a bit. But we'll see how the market's reacting for the coming days. But I do like this one into earnings. Let's take a look what it did last earnings. A little bit before, so we're probably like in the same vicinity right here, and you can see how it kind of gradually ran up day by day into earnings, but ultimately sell off before earnings. So we'll see how that goes and take profits when I can. Blink gave me a ride the last couple days. Been holding this one for a couple days. Got in around the 20-day. I think I got it for like $50 a share. Popped up to 53. Should have sold. That was yesterday. So yesterday I got in around here, and yesterday I had a great day. Looked like it was gonna bust through and shoot higher than the market. Everything just sold off. Even to this morning, it sold off, and then eventually recovered on some good news. We had some distribution deals that kind of saved the day here, and some of the shorts probably covered here. On the daily chart, that close made this chart look a little better than it could have had it closed at the lows of the day, obviously. But the 34 EMA acting as good support right now, held here. Looks like to hold here. We got a nice long wick showing me buyers are coming in here, similar to here where the buyers came in. Let's see if we could kind of mimic this where the buyers came in and pushed it up the next couple days and see how that recovers. It is very volatile. This thing can move, anywhere from, $3 to $5 or more in a day. So take profits when you can, I guess, if you're in it. Don't get greedy. If you have shares like me, I'm looking to maybe sell some calls against it. But overall structure, we still have the long squeeze going here, still consolidating between, we'll say, between 40 and 60. I know it's a big range, but this thing moves pretty volatile, given the high short interest of 30%. But we'll see how the market reacts over the next couple of days. But as long as good news keeps coming out, maybe that'll scare the shorts into covering and pushing this back up to all-time highs or maybe beyond. VLDR, yesterday announced news that Ford liquidated their position, but it was an overstatement in my opinion. But today the market just pulled everything back, so it dipped back down to the 100-day, which is 2034. Recovered nicely with a little bit of wick. We got earnings coming up. We have the squeeze. You can see back here in early February, the same level held around the 2050 range and then pushed back up. So we'll see what happens if it can hold and move up into earnings. I don't think there's any news today. Yeah, yesterday, Ford. That's it. Solo, I rolled my options yesterday in this one. Go figure, they have news today, but it didn't matter because everything just sold off. But Solo recovered pretty much, only down 18 cents on the day, really. Held the 50-day on the daily time frame. It kind of broke trend a little bit. It tried to close above the 34, almost got there, which has been support for the last few weeks. Let's see what tomorrow brings. It looks like they have earnings coming up. I rolled my options to the 319 series. I think it's a 7.5 and 12.5 vertical as far as price points go. But this one, I think it just needs a little more time if we get some good news just to push it to the next level. We have higher low, kind of a higher low, and making a little bit higher highs, but we have to break through this 10 level to go anywhere higher. So we'll see how that goes next couple days. And SPY, overall the market, this pullback the last couple days is nothing. We just came down to test at 8 EMA. Nothing to write home about. About in January came down, tested the 50-day, which itself is pretty significant. This has been an eye-opening for anyone, or should be, that look at it, kind of damaged all these tickers today. Everything just pulled back so aggressively today, but while the market only pulled back slightly and actually closed up. But just be mindful, have some hedges on maybe if you're worried or have some large positions. You don't want to take a big hit. Just trade accordingly. Personally, I like to hedge with low-cost butterflies or some credit spreads, call credit spreads for SPY. But that's what I have today. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.